What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim. I got Natalie.
Hi.
Driving. We got Sean and Will and Otto. We are road tripping to the Toronto Regional Championships. Very excited. We're getting there early. We got a big Airbnb that we are staying in. Shout out to Yarden from Canada for organizing all of that. So we got a big group of us that are going to be staying there. Should be a good time. We all skipped out on work and Escuela for young William here.
I'm off. Because it got spring break.
Spring break!
Oh yeah. You got lucky, bro. I know, I did.
We all skipped out on work, and Escuela, also Natalie, Escuela.
I don't have class on Friday.
We all skipped out on work and are going to be just enjoying the whole day in Toronto today. So very excited about that. Looking forward to getting some testing in, figure out what to play, and hopefully just have a good time. The Toronto Regional Championships is always a blast, and it's the only time I actually get to use my passport every year.
You should show your passport.
Oh no.
To the viewer.
A mildly regrettable photo, right? Like, this is not at my best, okay? But, you know, there was a portion in my life where that was me, okay? Obviously, it's fine, because we all ended up here. But this should be a good time for sure. I'm gonna do my best to vlog as much of it as possible per Otto's request. Otto says, you need to vlog more, Mahone. Not just between rounds.
Yeah, vlog in the car too.
All right, vlog in the car.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Going over Peace Bridge, making our way to the Canada border right now. Check it out. There it is. Hey, some water. We are halfway between Canada. All right, halfway between Canada and America. Bye, America. Hello, Canada. Here we are, Canada border. Shouldn't be too long of a wait. Only got a couple cars in front of us. We usually have to deal with a couple questions about what event we're going to be attending, or you know, how long we'll be there. So usually pretty easy. We've made it to Canada. Canada feels different here.
Oh my god.
Except it's exactly the same.
Kilometers.
It's America with French on their signs, bro.
We have made it to Canada. How long do we have until?
An hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 15 minutes. That is not bad. I'm gonna be at the Airbnb. Gonna show off. Gonna show off the Airbnb a little bit when we get there. So I'm excited about that. The border went with no snafus. That was very good. Very smooth sailing there. The man at the border, very nice, jolly fellow, and it was a pleasure to work with. We're at the Airbnb. This place is nuts. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Yarden, really outdid yourself here. Check out the master bedroom. Huge beds, couch, there's a backyard. It is crazy. There's even a jacuzzi and something called a bidet. I've never seen one in real life, but check this out. Nice little bathroom. Never had that in a hotel. Then I'll show you the room Natalie and I are staying in. We got a nice little room down the way here. Check that out. Boom! Sick. Everybody's got a room. We got like maybe a ton of people staying. There's another bedroom. Ton of people staying here. There's a nice downstairs as well. The place is just beautiful. Jimmy!
Hello.
What's up, Jimmy? Oh my gosh, another bedroom in here. And then another room in here. A nice kitchen table. Perfect for playing cards or things like that. Nice little table we got going on here. Beautiful kitchen as well, dude. Check this out. Absolutely insane. Otto getting his vegan protein on. That's right. Flex Otto. And then of course the basement looks amazing as well. Look at all these stairs, bro. Stairs are crazy. There's a fireplace down here. Check that out. There's a bar. There's more couches. More. So many couches, which is awesome. There's even a gym, in case Otto and I want to get our swole on. Be kind of fun, a little bike. That is awesome. easily the best place I've ever stayed in for a Pokemon tournament. Yarden really outdid herself. And, you know, split up a bunch of ways. Apparently it's only gonna be like $70 a person, which is awesome. So I'm really excited to just unpack and start testing. Just won round 1 here at Toronto. Really excited. I'm playing Night March. Me and JW have been working on a list this week, and Otto had kind of been putting our brains together, thinking up a Night March list. I don't think there's going to be a lot of Night March counters today. Apparently DDG also showed up with Night March, so very fun call for this tournament. Went 2-0 against the Glyspod Zoroark deck that I played. Super nice guy, Nathan. Shout out to him for being a pleasant opponent. Was able to just get in there, and my opponent wasn't playing any Night March counters, so we're hoping that that kind of is the way things go today. Should be a long day, 9 rounds. We got a little over 350 players, but excited nonetheless, and it's been a great time so far. Just finished round 2 of Toronto. I won, and so did you, Natalie.
I did.
Excellent. Natalie, what are you playing today?
Pikarom.
How's that going so far?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have.
Oh,
That's
well.
alright though.
What's going on, man? So, just beat a Rayquaza deck that was pretty good for Night March. She didn't play any counters. Natalie, you played Richie, the same guy
Yeah,
I
I
played
played against the same guy.
Yeah.
He was like, you were not gonna believe this when I sat down. And I was like, I already know. I saw the pairings. So.
Oh my gosh. So, still a long day ahead. It is feeling a little grindy here already. I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, hoping for the best.
Hello, it's Dalton.
What's up, Dalton? How you doing?
Awesome, playing some spicy Zoroark counter energy, similar to the list I played a cup last weekend.
And what's your record so far?
2-0.
Hey, congrats, Dalton. Just won a tight round 3. I'm 3-0 now. Feeling good. I was very nervous about the Night March call right before the tournament. I was actually even losing to JW's Pikarom list. So that was scary, and I almost got cold feet, but just decided to stay the course and just trust like my last weeks of testing, and things are going really well. So 3-0, just trying to keep pace, get as many wins under my belt before I start facing weird stuff. Heard there's some Pyroar out there and some crazy things that would just have a little bit of an auto win versus my deck. So hoping not to see any of that and just keep it up. Just finished round 4 here at Toronto. I lost to Russell Lepar playing Archie's Blastoise. Very close series. I won game 1, had a bad draw game 2, so I scooped it up real quick, went to game 3, and let loose myself to garbage game 3. Let's see. Oh, game 2. Yeah. Scooped it up game 2 super quick. And then game 3, let loose myself into trash. What's up? And just drew bad. So we are 3-1. Still a great start. Heading out to some lunch action now. See if I can get a little food. But Archie's Blastoise, just a really close matchup either way. You know, I can't expect to be too much better than 50-50 against it. I just thought with winning game 1 that I'd be able to keep that momentum. Sure enough, I got deck checked, and then all momentum was gone, right? You wait 15 minutes there just kind of staring at the table and waiting. But it's all good. Deck checks are good. They keep the integrity of the event. So no problems there. Moving on, 3-1. We've got, what? That's 5 more rounds? 5 more rounds. Just finished round 5, lost again. Played against a Vespiquen deck that played Oricorio. Very close games. I mean, game 1, my opponent got the Archies for a Swampert out. It was just running really hot for them, and the Oricorio just kind of insult to injury. Swampert allowed them to power draw through their deck. They had Execute as well, so they were power drawing for free throughout the course of the game. Great consistency. You know, I have to rely on Shaymins. Yes, I have Parallel to bump them, but their deck was just running way hotter and way more consistent. And then the Oricorio was just like no way to actually do it. So 3-2 now. If I lose one more here real quick, I'm probably just gonna drop and then spend some time with Natalie, hang out, enjoy Toronto. But if we win our next couple, we'll see. Top 64 gets points, so 6-3 could get top 64 for top 64 points, but we're not holding our breath at this point. We're gonna see how it goes. Just finished round 6, went really well. Finally, a breath of fresh air after a couple of rough rounds there. So we're 4-2, beat a fighting deck, Buzzrock. Played a couple copies of Focus Sash, but it didn't matter because I had Field Blower. Game 1, I let loose him into nothing and donked a lone Diancie. And then game 2, I finished the game off with back-to-back custom catcher, double custom catcher, in order to knock out the Diancie so that he couldn't KO my Pumpkaboos with 1 energy attacks, and to get him off B-String, and then also double custom catcher off an N to 2 to get the Buzzwole on the bench for game. So that was crazy. You know, a nice display for the deck. It actually makes me feel pretty confident about the deck again. Got a couple more rounds here, and if I can win a few more, we'll be in day 2. And if I win a couple, lose one, then maybe top 64 with a record of 6-3. Just wrapped up round 7. I was able to win versus Archie's Blastoise. So good to get some, I don't want to call it revenge, but retribution, revenge. Glad to win versus Archie's Blastoise because I had lost to it earlier in the day to Russell Lepar, who's at the top table now. So shout out to Russ for doing awesome. But to get a win in versus Archie's was great. The first game, my opponent wasn't able to get the Blastoise out. And then the second game, I was able to target down the EXs and GXs on my opponent's bench. And then was able to do a crucial turn where I Guzma'd up Blastoise. They only had 2 energy in play because they had Sky returned one of my Joltiks and then let loose them. So I Guzma knocked out their Blastoise and let loose them in the same turn to a hand where they were not able to get the Blastoise back out because I had stuck them with Parallel as well to make it even harder. So was able to take the win there. Convincing 2-0 versus Blastoise. There is still a lot of sketchy matchups out here. If I can win my next round, I think I'm just gonna go for it. Just try to play out my final 2 rounds because I would love to go 7-2 to get into day 2. If I win the next one and then try to play instead of IDing into day 2 and I finish 6-3, that's fine. That's still top 64 points and I get to relax tomorrow. So it's a win-win. We're gonna see what we can come up with, unless it's a lose-lose, in which case if I take 2 losses for my final 2 rounds and end the day 5-4, we're gonna be a little bit salty. So I'm gonna see what I can come up with. Just won round 8 here, really excited. Played against good friend Dean Nizam. He was the Dallas Regional Champion not too long ago. So it was a lot of fun getting to play against Dean again. I actually got a double prize penalty game 1 because I accidentally tried to use a custom catcher with 4 cards in hand. I was just playing very quickly, didn't look at my hand too close, and played custom catcher before I knew it. My top deck was in my hand and realized that I had messed up. So I got a double prize penalty for that, but still won that game because he was playing Zorogarb. Such a good matchup for Night March. He had no counters for Night March, so still won that game even though he got a double prize penalty. And then game 2, I let loose him into nothing and then just ran it with a single Joltik. So really excited, 6-2. I'm guaranteed some points. I'm not sure whether or not I want to ID or try to play my last round. ID, I'm guaranteed day 2. If I play my last round, at least I'm guaranteed top 64 because a 6-3 record is still top 64. So trying to figure out what I'm going to do my last round. But until then, we are playing Keyforge. Check that out. Keyforge, man.
I hate this game.
Keyforge out here. Jimmy not a fan, but it's all good. We're having fun. Just lost my winning in round. I was greedy, okay? The dude offered me the ID. I didn't take the ID, okay? I wanted to go 7-2. I didn't want to be 6-2. I didn't want to be 6-2-1. I wanted to be 7-2. So I played, and he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, let's play it. He's like, you sure? I didn't know what the matchup was. Sure enough, it was a horrendous matchup. He played a bunch of Oricorios. He played like Articuno. It was like some crazy Mew box deck, and he would just keep using Oricorio Supernatural Dance with Dimension Valley and Mew, and he would use it for free, and he did it over and over again. And then there was even times where he could use Articuno, the one from Roaring Skies, and take multiple prizes with that. It was a bad matchup. It was really bad, and I got stomped, and now I'm 6-3. But it's cool, because none of us made it, right, Otto?
Yeah, 6-3 life, it's good.
Totally
it's actually
fine.
the best. We got 50 points. We don't have to play tomorrow.
Busted.
We get to have fun.
That's what I'm saying. How did you like the deck overall, Otto?
Oh, the deck was super good.
It was good. I wasn't mad about the deck, yeah.
Except for versus my bad matchups, it was so good.
Right. Otherwise, custom catcher March was busted, so definitely giving it a thumbs up. It was fine. It was totally a fine deck. But otherwise, you know, none of us made it. No, Kevin, did you make it? None of us made it.
Very much did not.
No, Will, did you make it?
No.
No, Dankus, how did you make it?
Absolutely.
None of us made it. Riley, did you make it? I didn't make it either. Nobody made it. Yeah, it was actually just a sad day. Jimmy Pendarvis made it. Azul, did you make it?
I made friends. I made friendships.
It's the friends that you make along
We
the way.
made friends, but not day 2s today. All right, that's fine though. So, hey, what up, Toronto regionals? We're gonna go have fun at the hotel. Finally made it back from the Toronto Regional Championships. Had a ton of fun there. It was a blast. Regrettably, ended up 33rd place. If I had just ID'd round 9 to go 6-2-1, I would have been guaranteed top 32 and, of course, at least $250. But it's fine. A lot of times in those situations, I want to just get as many wins as I can under my belt because I'm trying for top 8. I'm not really trying for top 32 in these situations. I want to propel myself into top 8. Had I known what my opponent was playing, I definitely would have gone for the intentional draw, but it's all good. I'm still very excited about this list. I think Night March was a great call for the event. Jimmy Pendarvis, shout out to him, ended up winning the entire thing in a top 8 with 4 Trevenant players. I could not believe my eyes watching him go round after round against unfavorable matchup and take them down with Night March. And the thing about Night March is that it is just the most consistent deck, I think, in expanded format. You would regularly burn your deck down to about 10 to 20 cards on the first turn of the game. And with that few cards left in deck, all the cards that you have available at your disposal are live cards. Even with N and hand disruptors like that, it never really mattered. You were able to take advantage of your own let loose to disrupt your opponent, while let loose really in a 10 to 20 card deck is drawing you a significant number of cards. When you see 4 cards out of an absolutely amazing deck remaining, right, with no fluff left in it, all the Lampents are gone, all your other excess cards are gone, and you're just let loosing into a handful of Trainers Mails, Verse Seekers, and double colorless energy, there's not much that can go wrong. So a very, very strong deck overall. Having the Marshadow-GX with Field Blower meant that you were able to remove tools from Garbodor. You were able to remove things like Weakness Policy, things like that, and just go in and Night March for weakness. We had the Faba in here as well, which put in some work for also being an out to remove Focus Sashes or Flash Energies so that Marshadow-GX could use Night March for weakness also, but it is not necessary. I mean, we saw Night March be able to take huge knockouts. With Marshadow-GX, you don't even need to hit for weakness. You can pitch all 12 Night Marchers to the discard pile and then use Choice Band. So it's possible for Marshadow-GX to hit 270 damage on his own, which is plenty to knock out any sort of tag team Pokemon GX except for Magikarp and Wailord GX, which is a difference that we saw between my list and Jimmy's list. He was playing Electro Powers and was not playing Custom Catcher. He's also playing Order Pads, allowing him to flip coins throughout the game to find crucial item cards like Battle Compressor and Versus Seeker. All in all, I think the Custom Catchers were really good because late game, if I would get end to 1 or 2 cards, drawing into a Custom Catcher was incredible. Even under lock, like Garbodor lock, you would just draw into Custom Catcher, fill your hand to 3, and could find the game-winning combo, be it double colorless Verse Seeker or whatever. It was easy to find those game-winning combos with Custom Catchers left in the deck, and then also being able to end the game quickly with Teammates for Custom Catcher combo. A lot of times you would have 1 Custom Catcher in your hand, but you didn't have the rest of the combo to win the game. Your opponent takes a knockout, and then you go Teammates, Rescue Stretcher, Custom Catcher, and you would just have everything else that you needed in order to take a targeted knockout on a Shaymin or a Lele or something like that for game. So really, really hyped on how the Custom Catchers performed this weekend. Otto and I were both super into it. I think that they were a great way to run this deck overall. Also, we played Computer Search. Jimmy played Dowsing Machine. I really liked the Computer Search as an extra consistency out to find your double colorlesses early because sometimes they would just go missing. If you prized 1 or 2, finding that double colorless could just lose you the game if you failed to find it. So I did like that added consistency of Computer Search, making this what I consider to be one of the most aggressive Night March decks you can run. All in all, I think that this is a solid backbone. I showed off a list earlier in the weekend with Octillery. I was playing the Octillery up until the night before where Otto was like, dude, we should run a second Let Loose and a Field Blower just for the fighting decks. And I agreed with him 100%. I think the second Let Loose was a great added draw option, and you don't really need the Octillery at the end of the game since Custom Catcher can act kind of like an Instruct Oranguru, just filling your hand to 3 after you've been end to low. So I really liked that. I think the list is fantastic. Unfortunately, I do expect Night March to get hard countered this upcoming weekend at the Greensboro Regional Championships. So Might not be a valid play again, but we will see. Definitely a strong deck, and I'm glad that we were able to make a good choice, me and Otto, to go in with Night March for the weekend. And like I said, had things just had I not gotten a little bit greedy there at the end, I could have ID'd my way into day 2. But that being said, I don't really have too many regrets. I'm going for, like I said, going for top 8, going for the win. I'm not really interested in accumulating more top 32s under my belt. Every time I'm just trying to swing for home runs. So that is what it is, and sometimes you're going to fall flat on your face, and that's okay. Thank you guys all for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the vlog. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, a like. Make sure to follow the channel as well, sub to the channel. Check me out on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream every single weekday. And of course, the list and all the links in the description below, fullgripgames.com. We got my Teespring, where I got t-shirts and hoodies and stuff in the description below as well. Patreon, Etsy store, all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.